right, now that we are properly caffeinated, let's go ahead and get started. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Those of you that are new, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and give it a big thumbs up. That really helps a lot and I really appreciate it. So before I run out of coffee, we're just gonna get right into it. So this video is 10 tips for new moms to make your life easier. They're super simple. You'll probably just be like, yeah, well, duh. Like, why didn't I think of that? If you don't already do it. So tip number 1, diaper stations, guys. Something I never thought about, never occurred to me with my first child, my son, but was life-changing. I watched YouTube videos when my daughter was a newborn and learned so many useful things that just never occurred to me before. So that's why I'm making this video. Maybe these things never occurred to you before you're a new mom. Basically, a diaper station is just you have a basket or a caddy, something to hold all of your baby's necessities that they use regularly throughout the day. Me myself, I used just a caddy I got off Amazon, and it was really helpful because it has little compartments in it and little pockets around the sides. I only needed 2. When my daughter was younger, I only changed her diaper in my room, and I used to have a caddy right there on the side of my bed. You put diapers, wipes, extra onesies, burp cloths, whatever you need, anything that you need that you know that you use throughout the day, put it in that caddy and put it in the room that you will be hanging out in the most. It's all meant to be right there. Tip number 2, I've actually learned recently. It's not something I've always done. Pick out mine and my daughter's clothes the night before and lay them out. Don't go about your day in your pajamas because you don't realize it, but on a subconscious level, it makes you feel just less motivated, more stressed out. When you're already tired, that's one more decision you don't want to have to make. Pick out a sweater, pick out a t-shirt, whatever it is that you know will be comfortable, but is clean and is not your pajamas. Even if you're not dressed up, putting on fresh new clothes that are not your pajamas will make a huge difference in how you feel and probably how productive you will be that morning. I have found that to be true. I've been doing that just the last few days, and it really does take the guesswork out of my mornings when I don't feel like picking out an outfit for me or my daughter. Number 3 is if you are bottle feeding a baby that is colicky, gassy, has tummy issues, has a lot of trap gas issues, buy the Playtex bottles that are meant to use liners with. And I know they seem old school. They've been around since I was really little. I remember my mom using it. I have found it to be the most effective in fighting colicky babies and the gas issues that, you know, come along with that. It basically is just a bottle. They come in different sizes. They have the big 8-ounce ones and the smaller 6-ounce ones. They're just hollowed out. They don't have a bottom to them. You buy the drop-ins separately. They come in big packs that last like a month. You put the liner in and you put your breast milk or your formula in it and close it up. You can do this extra step, but you don't have to. I usually push the air out. I'll just go from the bottom and push the bag up to get any little bit of the excess air that might still be in there. That was really the only thing that seemed to help her, because I had used other kinds, the kinds that have the attachment at the bottom, they unscrew from the bottom, they have like holes in them and like another rubber thing on it, and you have to take it apart to clean it, and it was just a little too much work and really wasn't that effective. It still would have a lot of air bubbles in it. Honestly, it worked like a charm. And the bonus with the liners is that since they're disposable, you don't have to worry about washing them. You just take them out of the bottle and put them in recycling or the garbage, whatever you have, and that's it. Number 4 is mainly for formula feeding moms. If you are breastfeeding, you do not have to worry about this part. I found a formula mixing pitcher. I found this extremely helpful when it came to prepping bottles and prepping the formula, and it just made life a lot easier. And all you have to do is you put the water in up to whatever ounces of formula you plan to make. You put your formula in, and then you put the lid on, and you just use the little tab on the top to pull it up and down, and it mixes it. It's effortless. It is super easy. It literally mixes it thoroughly in just a few seconds. Maybe this is something that was obvious to people, but I didn't know this stuff existed. So with my son, and even part of the time with my daughter, I was making individual bottles. I would recommend, if you formula feed your baby, make a pitcher, keep it in the fridge. And that way, when you need to refill your bottles for the day, it's there, it's ready to go, and you don't have to try to put a bottle together while you have a screaming baby. So number 5 kind of tag teams off of number 4, pre-make your bottles. And what I mean by that is, once you have your formula prepped, don't make too much. You want to make sure that you make what you will need for the day so that you use it all up by the end of the day. But you get your bottles and you pour the formula in the bottles, have them portioned out for what you will need throughout the day. So if you have a younger baby and they only eat 4 ounces or 6 ounces, pour 4 or 6 ounce bottles out, put the tops on, put them in the fridge, and that way when your baby is hungry, you go to the fridge, you grab one out, you warm it up, you're good to go. So I was counting my tips, and I think there might be 11 of them, but 10 is a nice round number, so we will stick with 10, but somehow an extra one snuck its way in there, but you know what, that's okay. More tips, even better. Number 6 kind of tag teams off of number 5. I think we're on 6. If we're not, ignore my counting, but I think we're on 6. Is microwave your formula. Now, I know that this is one of those things that I don't want to say is controversial. On the container of like a formula can, it says, do not microwave bottles. And the reason for that being is because microwaves are meant to heat things up very fast. You can overheat it and it can be too hot, and you don't want to burn your baby. That's the whole reason behind why it's usually not encouraged. However, the reason why I am saying that you can microwave your bottles safely is if you use a little common sense. I mean, you can go online. There's actually a lot of helpful websites that talk about microwaving milk safely. I have looked at a couple of them, but mainly I just kind of use my own common sense. My daughter drinks 6 to 8 ounces. So even though online, I think I have read that you can put it in the microwave for like 45 seconds. I think they said like 45 or 50 seconds to make it warm. I don't even do that. I don't even actually put it in the microwave to make it warm. My daughter doesn't need warm milk. She doesn't really care for it. She just doesn't like it cold. So I actually aim for room temperature. So I will put it in the microwave for 25 to 30 seconds, which is less than the recommended time to make it warm, because again, I'm not trying to make it warm. And if you don't have to make it warm, don't. Breastfed babies may take to it better because breast milk is warm. Formula babies usually don't care. They probably don't want cold milk, but they don't need it to be warm like breast milk because they're formula fed. So this tip is very important. Use common sense. There's 2 ways of checking the temperature. I will usually check it on my wrist, which is what you were supposed to do no matter how you warm it up. And then I will put my finger on the bottom of the bag of the liner. And that also gives me a good idea of what the temperature is. So I'll check it a couple different ways. There's never been an issue. I've never had an issue where it was too hot. The reason why that makes life easier is because, again, if you have all the time in the world to warm it up on the stove or in a bottle warmer, then great, do that. But if you were in a bind, don't feel bad about using the microwave to quickly warm up your formula. We're doing the best we can, and this is just one less thing that you need to feel guilty about. Just be smart. All right, this video is getting kind of long, so we're just gonna fly through the rest of them. Number 7, have your hubby do his own laundry, or your boyfriend, or your partner, whoever it is that you are sharing your life with. I understand that we feel it's our job to do all the laundry and cook all the meals and all that stuff. But one thing that your partner is fully capable of helping out with, at least during the first few weeks of your baby's life, when you are sleep deprived and just spending your days feeding your baby, changing diapers, you know, it's a lot. There is no reason why you should have to take on the extra task of doing everybody's laundry when likely you don't have time to do it. That doesn't make any sense to me. You have another fully capable adult in the house that can help you with the laundry. Personally, my boyfriend, I have never done his laundry. Not because I had an issue with it, he just preferred that he do his own laundry. And you know what? That is fine. That is why I recommend that you kindly ask them, if you are the one responsible for doing their laundry, in addition to yours and the baby's, just kindly ask them if they would mind taking care of their own laundry so that there is less that you have to do. It's a lot, and there's just no reason to torture yourself. They're fully capable. It won't take them very long because they're only doing their laundry. I have my own hamper and my boyfriend has his hamper, and never the two shall meet. He takes care of his laundry, I take care of mine. And truly honest, my son who's 11 actually does his own laundry. You do your laundry and the baby's laundry, he can do his. And that will take a huge load off of what you already have to do. All right, I've lost track at what number we're on. Is it 7? Are we on 7? Did I just do 7? I don't know. Something I've actually already talked about on other videos, and it is having a play corner. Now, if you have a newborn or a super young child, you don't have to worry about this right away, obviously, because they don't play, they just lay there. But I started setting up my daughter's play corner when she started crawling, so that hopefully her seeing toys would draw her interest, or seeing colors, you know, whatever, and play. And probably like 8 months is when she started getting the idea of trying to crawl and like doing when she started to crawl. So I had set it up around there, and knowing that she wouldn't fully understand the point of it, but I got it all set up, and it doesn't take up a lot of room. It fits nicely in the little corner of my living room. It's really cute and visually appealing. Now that she is almost a year old, she loves it. And let's be honest, it's the little things that make a big difference for your mental health. We're in the house all day. We have to stare, you know, at our furniture and the things in our house all day. You don't want it to feel cluttered or messy or something you hate looking at. Everything in your house, I feel you should enjoy looking at. It should bring you joy. I love looking at my daughter's play corner. It's really pretty. It's really cute. I kept it really clean and simple, but still child appropriate. And I would highly recommend this for your child once they start becoming more mobile. I have no idea what number we're on. I think we had more than 10, but I'll just say this is number 9 because we're almost done. We got one more after this. Number 9 is diaper baggies. Now, it may seem obvious, but it wasn't to me. These are useful for a couple reasons. One, when you are out of the house and you have to change your baby's diaper, the last thing you want to do is put a stinky, poopy diaper in your diaper bag. No one wants to do that. That's disgusting. Also, you can't always find somewhere to throw it out. And if you were over a friend's house or a family member's house, I found myself at a friend's house, had to change my daughter's diaper, and was like, okay, where do I put it? You don't want to throw it in their trash because that just seems rude, you know, like, ew. But you also don't want to carry it around with you, so then it's like, what do you do with it? Wrap up your diaper, throw it in there, tie it, and you can then feel better about disposing of it in someone else's house, or it'll be fine to just throw back in your diaper bag until you get home. It makes a huge difference. Just a little tip, very useful. I definitely recommend. They sell them in huge like packs of like 100, and yeah, they're good. We have reached the last one. I feel like I've been talking forever and I haven't finished my coffee and it's cold. So this one is actually my favorite one because I feel like it makes the biggest difference in everything, in life. Number 10 is do everything you possibly can the night before. What that means, whatever you need to do at night to set up the next day to be smoother, do that. Most mornings we are exhausted. We really don't have time to even eat sometimes if you have a newborn. Dishes, showering is a big one. I know that when my daughter was newborn, it was so hard to shower. When you put your baby down to sleep, you know you probably have 2 to 3 hours if you have a small baby before they wake up and you have to feed them, right? So you know you have this 2 to 3 hours or more if you have an older baby to get things done. By that, I don't mean try to deep clean your house, but the point of this is so that you do a few small key things to be intentional about how your next morning is going to go. So for example, I pick out my clothes. I will often pick out her clothes. I will make sure I at least clear out the sink. So I'll load the dishwasher so that I can come down to an empty sink, because I have no desire to do dishes first thing in the morning, or when I'm chasing after her and she won't let me get anything done. So it becomes more stressful to figure out when am I going to do this. So I get it done the night before. It just takes like 10, 15 minutes, if that, probably not even that. And that way I come down and my kitchen doesn't look like a pigsty. And that just does so much for my sanity. This is a big one, taking a shower. When your baby goes down, I understand that some people are morning shower people. I like to take a shower in the morning, but of course, when you have a small child, not always possible. I have discovered that I love taking showers at night because then I can take my time, I can shave, you can just have a party in there. And that way you go to bed clean, you wake up clean. So now that is one less thing you have to worry about, you have to stress about. Going through your day feeling dirty and gross and mucky is just not the way we want to live our lives, right? As moms, we don't want to live our lives that way. So if it means you have to adjust your shower schedule, moving it from morning to night, you will not regret it. It'll make your life so much easier. Whatever other little things that are important to you that will make your mornings go smoother, just do that. That's it. That's really all you have to do. Night times are really the only time you're going to be able to get anything done. So I encourage you to take that time, pick out just 2 or 3 things that are really important to you that will make your morning easier if you get it done the night before, and do that. All right, guys, that's the 10 tips I have for you. I hope you found them helpful. If you have any tips that you would like to share, please leave them in the comments below. Let me know things you've learned, hacks you've learned that made your life easier as a new mom, or even if you have multiple kids. Subscribe, like this video, follow me on Instagram. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.